When I first came to Missouri State, I had no idea what I wanted to major in. But from my first class in the College of Business, I knew that that's where I belonged.
I went to a school that had a lot of people, so I was always meeting someone new, and it wouldn't be too much of the high school. I wanted that huge city feel as well.
There's been a lot of new buildings come up, the new recreation center, but it's basically, you could get from one side to the other in 10 minutes.
It's not just fun, but it's different. It's not, I don't feel like I'm just going to class every day or I'm just going to sit here and get a lecture every day. Everything that I've done here has been hands-on. Everything that I've done in class I can take with me from today to things next year or the year after, and I feel like that's the best thing for me. If I could describe it in one word, I would say diverse, and I think that's a really good thing. I see everyone. I have people here that are from different countries, different cities, different states. It's a big melting pot of people from everywhere, and I think that's great.
There are a few reasons I would encourage prospective students to consider attending Missouri State. The first one being Springfield itself. It's a great town to live in, a great place to build connections, and plenty of opportunities here while you're in college. Missouri State is also very cost efficient. Compared to other schools in the state, you really get the most bang for your buck here, I believe. The third one would really be the personalized attention you receive from the faculty and staff here. It's really easy to build connections there that will help you even in your career as you're trying to progress.
I would say the feel of campus is, I would say, generally warm, you know, just going to the Placer Student Union, just seeing tons of students and friends, you know, there's always someone to eat lunch with, or if you go to the dining halls, there's tons of students who, even if you don't know someone, they're willing to just, hey, join us.
I love the campus to start off with. I think it's a beautiful campus. I love the flow of it, and I would say you're gonna get lost that first week, but after that, it makes sense. You have the newer section, the older section.
Just from being involved in all the student organizations and even in the College of Business, where you have classes with the same people year after year. You make a lot of friendships and then you build on that and then you work with them professionally afterwards. And so just those lasting friendships is why it feels like home. And it's such a close community here on campus that you just feel like you're at home.
You're closer set with everybody. Like, I'm still in contact with people that were seniors when I was a freshman. I'm good friends with the freshmen, and people constantly come to me asking me for advice because the fact is we're such a small department and our classes are small, so you get to know everybody.
The biggest deciding factor I had to come to Missouri State was probably the construction management program that's offered here. I was kind of torn between that and civil engineering, and when I found the construction management program, I'm much more geared towards the business aspect of construction rather than the technical side. So when I found a program that was in the College of Business as opposed to a School of Engineering, I definitely found where I wanted to be.
Having the one-on-one advisement was really beneficial because it allowed me to go through my program so quickly. I told my advisor from the start I was not looking to stay here for 6 years and I wanted to get a master's degree, and she said, well, we can make that work.
I chose my major based on the fact that I love entertainment management. I just love being around music, events. I love going to concerts, so I definitely wanted to do something with entertainment, and that's the reason why I chose entertainment management. And for entrepreneurship, I actually own my own business right now. So I own a dance company, and I just felt that I needed to have more skills and more knowledge within the entrepreneurship world.
There is a wide variety of students that you'll have in all of your classes, which is nice because you'll learn that even though you wouldn't expect them to be your best friend, that you work really well with them, which is a great experience for taking to the workplace.
With advertisement and promotion, it involves not just creating what you think of at first, billboards, magazine covers. It's a lot of actually networking and budgeting and figuring out how to use the money for your clients and how to create the best overall return with that money. So that could be anything from radio spots, promotional events, fundraisers, just really creating a whole brand and name and image for a client.
There are really three things that went into my decision to attend Missouri State. A couple of them being the location of Springfield compared to where I grew up. The second one being financial aid. But I think what differentiated Missouri State from a lot of other schools in the area was their business program and its AACSB accreditation and just the quality of education that I received here.
AACSB is important to me because professionals and other jobs look at that and see that the school values business. They also recognize our school for being one of the top business schools in Missouri. So AACSB has really been important to me and shown me that our school is very dedicated to business.
The AACSB accreditation that Missouri State currently has been a great one-up for a lot of different universities that were on the top of my list when looking for a university. This semester I'm involved in a Management 364 class, which I was actually really dreading from the beginning because I'd heard about this class being kind of a struggle and definitely a lot of hard work. But it actually includes a large project where we had to create paper planes and create a large assembly line and do 3 different runs throughout the semester where we had to produce all these paper planes with all these stipulations and cost and making balance sheets and stuff. And I was really excited as kind of a competitive spirit within me to kind of jump into this project, but it really shows how such a small project such as just making paper airplanes can really relate to the way a business is set up or the way we should go about dealing with the customer and stuff like that, and really working with team members, stuff like that. So it's really weird on such a small project of scale that you can really start to see how some of these skills that you're gaining are going to help you after Missouri State specifically.
I have a lot of good relationship with the professors in accounting major. They taught me a lot and they all nice to the students.
Missouri State College of Business, the faculty is really nice, really helpful. They work with you even with outside your school life. I have a son of my own, so I need that flexibility. And they're very supportive of you. And I actually work in the Business Advisement Center as well. So I get the interaction with the advisors and seeing faculty come in and out of the Business Advisement Center. So
I'd say my whole College of Business experience overall has just been one that's been a very smooth process that's been challenging, but at the same time there's been help along the way, whether it's professors, advisors helping me with classes, advisors helping me with my study away, planning, and that whole process, it's just been very smooth.
The college provides you not only with the requirements that you need for your degree, but also with practical skills that you'll use after Missouri State. And they do that through bringing guest speakers, professional development seminars, and things of that nature.
My advisor's been really helpful. I like that it's one-on-one. I don't feel like I'd get the same thing out of it because I also have a minor that's not in the College of Business, and she's still able to help me with that and get all my classes.
All the business classes have correlated with my major. They get you ready for your core classes that you're going to take. And they also spark your interest in your subject and really keep it going. For me, I was able to learn more about logistics through my business classes, and so it really got me interested into it, and a lot of information that you learn in those core classes help you with your major classes.
Honestly, just being a fashion major is an experience all by itself. Right now we're doing our senior fashion show, and that's taken up most of my time, honestly. If I'm not in class, I'm out of class trying to find sponsors. I'm trying to do fundraiser events. I'm trying to do model calls, finding models. I'm doing the garment calls, trying to fit garments to the models. And that's basically, it consumes all of my time, and I love every minute of it. And so whenever I do go home, that's what they're asking me about. What's the progress on your fashion show? Or how many models do you have now? Or do you need any money to go for the fundraising events? Things like that. They're really supportive, and they have a lot of faith in me, which helps a lot. But that's mainly all we do, all that I've been doing this year thus far. And that fashion show is my baby. And if I don't get it right, I just won't feel good within myself. But basically, that's the best experience I've had so far because it's hands-on.
I think for the first 2 years, maybe most classes are big class because they are general classes. So everybody needs to study that. However, you can still make more attachment to your professor after class or through the email. But the last 2 years, I'm in the junior and senior year, you will get more attachment with your professor because you have already know what's your major. So you have already know what we'll do after you graduate from here?
I have been to the career fair here at Missouri State a few times just because I wanted to go see what businesses were there, just to go talk to them so they can know my name and I can know their name, as well as learn more information about their business. And I will say, closer to graduation, I definitely pinpointed the companies that I wanted to go talk to. And it's very important to learn information about that company before talking to them. So I did a lot of research on a few companies that I went to go visit with. And I will say in the past, that also helped me to land an internship.
Immediately upon graduation, I just got back from Fort Worth, Texas. Last year I accepted a job with an engineering firm called Burns McDonnell in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. We're one of the leading engineering firms in the country and one of the largest design-build firms. And on May 18th, weekend of May 18th, I'll be moving down there and starting work with Burns McDonnell.
I'm actually going to be in Los Angeles, California. I'll be personal stylist assistant to Tony Farrar. She basically is the style editor for InStyle magazine. So I'll be working directly under her, doing different photo shoots, video shoots. She just did a video for Justin Timberlake. So I'll get to do some photo shoots with her on that and things like that, and just basically learning everything that she learns. So it's going to be pretty expensive to get out there, but I think it'll all be worth it because after graduation I need a good job and she'll be a great recommendation.
Being a graduate of the College of Business here at Missouri State it's something that I'm going to take pride in, that I'm going to tell people I went to Missouri State